Hey out there, YouTube community, JR's Live Journals, with another vlog here. It's in regards to one of my all-time favorite Power Rangers, Jason David Frank, the Green and White Ranger, the legendary Power Ranger of all time, has just passed away. It's sad to know that it was reported on November 20th that he died, and it is November 21st, 2022. November 21st, 2022. One day after his death, November 20th, that I'm doing this here vlog here, and just to honor him here, I'm going to play as have like two versions of Tommy on my team here. It's just so sad he's no longer with us. He was such a great Power Ranger. He really put the franchise on the map, and was definitely the ultimate and one of the finest that the Power Rangers brand had. And so great that he did so much for the franchise and attended a lot of conventions. I actually met him at a convention a few years ago. I waited like 3 hours in line to meet him and all that too. It was worth the wait and everything, but just kind of sad that I had to wait like an hour even after it was my turn. He had to go to his Q&A and everything, and I even went to it and all that. When I went to his Q&A, at least I was able to learn a lot from him and everything. He actually talked a lot about his time on set, and he wasn't even thinking that he was going to really even be as successful in the show as he ended up being, and the Green Ranger was even supposed to be a lot more short-lived than what he ended up being and everything, and it's like, yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked right now because I'm too busy talking right now and everything. It's like, yeah, and this candy monster, boy, it's incredible. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way of the world, though, is that we all die. It's a matter of how and when, and this was so unexpected about Tommy, I mean, the ultimate Power Ranger of all time is just parted ways with the Earth, and he's already left Earth, and it's just real sad that we've lost a very great Power Ranger, a very nice person. When I met him, he seemed like a very chill, cool dude. He was very talkative and everything, and it's Q&A and everything. It's like, boy, I was thinking all the times I'd see him on Power Rangers a lot. I wasn't expecting him to be as talkative and as jovial as he ended up being, but boy, he was just an incredibly nice person in reality. He even signed a little white Ranger figurine that I bought from the convention there, and it's autographed, and I have it on my nightstand, so that way when I go to bed at night, I just know that I've never forgotten him in terms of watching him on the Power Rangers as a kid and meeting him at that convention. Because, I really liked the Green Ranger a lot as a kid. I even had my own Green Ranger costume, had a Red Ranger costume of Jason and everything. Tommy and Jason were, both two of the greats in Power Rangers, and it's sad that one of them's no longer with us. Very sad for sure. And, yeah, But yeah, like I was saying, though, about Tommy, he apparently was under a lot of emotional stress prior to his death. I mean, his wife filed for divorce because I don't know what he was going through, even to lead to his wife no longer doing stuff, no longer being there for him and everything and just wanting the divorce. I don't know what could have been happening with him, but he could have possibly talked to somebody and if maybe went to seek help. I mean, I myself have severe depression, have been diagnosed with depression, and I understand that, a lot of times, I just feel like, self-sabotaging myself at times, but I know how to keep it constrained for the most part, and it's just sad to know that, with what he was going through and everything, he just couldn't reach out to anybody, and, and Kevin Conroy, you know, the voice of Batman, it's very sad that he's not with us either, and we just lost him, and now we lost another childhood hero, and this is just very saddening in the month of November of 2022, not to mention I turned 35 on the 6th of November, and I lose two of my favorite celebrities in 1 month. I even remember even in 2014, I lost two of my favorite celebrities that year, too, and that was Robin Williams, of course. You know, we all loved Robin Williams. He was the man of many laughters, and, you know, in regards to Robin Williams, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, we lost him, and even earlier that year before Robin, we lost Odorous Urungus from Gwar, Dave Brockie. I mean, it's just so sad that we even lost him, too, and that, you know, when two very big popular celebrities, or even one of notoriety and all that, you know, when it came to Odorous from Gwar, you know, he may have got just as much, maybe if not more notoriety than he did popularity. But whenever we lose people like this, it's just, you know, sad to know that, you know, it happens to them, and we all kind of like even kind of helps us remind and have a wake-up call that this life is just temporary and that none of us really have very long to live. And, you know, I just understand that life will go on no matter what. And, you know, I try to real hard to, you know, overcome my depression and everything and my challenges in life. And it's just sad that, you know, Jason David Frank was going through that before he died. And I even noticed, you know, I mean, even when, you know, because but yeah, Jason David Frank, you know, he wasn't just in, you know, Mighty Morphin series. He was also in Zeo, of course. That was the successor to Mighty Morphin, and then even with the successor of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Zeo, there was Zeo's successor known as Turbo, and it even got a movie, which was technically the pilot episode, kind of like what the Clone Wars 3D movie was to the series Clone Wars. It was theatrical release, but it was technically the pilot episode overall of the show rather than just a movie itself. And despite the fact that they were theatrically released, it was the beginning of those shows, and they theatrically released them. I don't know why. They could have possibly just aired them on TV, but yeah, I mean, you know, Jason David Frank played Tommy in a lot of Power Ranger material and video games, and knowing that he'll never again be in anything else Power Rangers is just saddening. I was hoping he'd be in at least one or maybe even a few more Power Rangers series to come, especially since we have been hearing a lot of rumors about the Mighty Morphin Rangers making some guest appearance returns in Cosmic Fury on Netflix. You know, the Netflix has decided to take over for Nickelodeon until they can get some sort of other contract with another TV station or streaming service or whatever. And, yeah, it's like we were expecting a lot for Cosmic Fury, and I was really going to watch it. I was thinking, you know, maybe there'd even be an episode where all the original Mighty Morphins would be in it. Although I know Jason David Frank was taking a break from a lot of that, though, because he had already made, like, more than enough returns for the Power Rangers. Because I know, I mean, he was a regular in Dino Thunder, and that's when he officially returned. And then, of course, after he returned in Dino Thunder, you know, he made, you know, a guest appearance in the All Red Ranger episode Forever Red to celebrate 15 years of Power Rangers. Even Jason was in it with him as the original Mighty Morphin Ranger. You know, Tommy, of course, was the Red Zeo Ranger in that episode and not the green or white. But that makes sense because it was called Forever Red, and it gave every single initial Red Ranger in history. Even TJ was in it, only he wasn't the Blue Space Ranger, even though he was better as Blue Space. He was the Red Turbo Ranger in it and all that, because even though Tommy was the original Red Turbo, makes perfect sense that he would be Zeo over Turbo. But I mean, I'll just even admit, you know, I mean, Mighty Morphin and even Power Ranger Lost Galaxy, I like Lost Galaxy better than Space, to be perfectly honest, are my two favorite Power Ranger series of all time. Oh, man. I have no idea who this guy is. Yeah, right now I'm playing as the Gold Ranger Trey, the original one. I just recently found out that the guy that plays Ryan Steele on VR Troopers, who was originally supposed to be played by Tommy himself, did the voice of the original Gold Ranger Trey, although he didn't play him on screen. Sixth Ranger versus Sixth Ranger here. This is wonderful. Yeah, Green Ranger versus Quantum Time Force. Yeah, playing as the Rogue, Tommy Oliver now, Lord Drekken. You know, I was even hoping that Jason David Frank would stick around so he could probably even play Lord Drekken in live action and maybe even an episode of Cosmic Fury, but it's out of the question now. Yeah, it really is sad, devastating news to find out that one of your favorite childhood actors, celebrities, dies at such a young age. He was 49 years old. He didn't even make it to the Big 5-0, and he just had a lot going on with him. He just couldn't really reach out to anybody or anything, and that's just sad. It's also sad to know that, you know, if only him and his wife could have worked it out and everything, too. And, you know, even, you know, when I met him at Fanboy several years ago, even then, he even told me even a whole bunch of stuff, like how he kept in touch with Kimberly, the original Pink Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson. He mentioned her quite a bit over there, and, you know, sounded like him and Amy were real close. They even, like, said, you know, like, even a lot of times him and Amy Jo Johnson would get together at least once a year and, like, have lunch together and everything. They were always there for each other, had each other's back, and kept in touch even when their time when the power... As I was saying, you know, even when Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson weren't doing anything with Power Rangers and were already, you know, off of it, you know, even, you know, during those days, they always kept in touch. Like I said, they'd have lunch together and meet up and just talk and everything and even email each other. It sounded like he had a wonderful relationship with Amy Jo Johnson, even when he wasn't playing as Tommy and she wasn't Kimberly. Yeah, and there was even a time where I even heard when I was getting ready to meet Tommy that Amy Jo Johnson was going to attend one of the Fanboys, but how people are in life, you know, I mean, there was like some men at a hotel that harassed her and all that, so she canceled out the show and didn't attend the con. It's just sad to know that it had to come to that. And even when Tommy was at Fanboy Expo, there was the yellow Lost Galaxy Ranger Maya there. I would have met her if I didn't have to wait so long to meet Tommy, but well, I know. I mean, it really was worth it. It was also the same day I even met those wrestlers, you know, like Mick Foley, Rebel from AEW now, who manages Jamie Hayter. I think I even heard she won the championship over at Full Gear the other day. Congratulations to her. Even though I kind of would have preferred it if Toni Storm had retained it. She was a great AEW Women's Champ. I even liked Toni Storm on NXT, too, back when she was over there. But, yeah, I mean, I understand not everybody has the championship forever, and it always comes to an end at some point. But, yeah, just what goes on, though, I mean, you know, when I went to that fan, I mean, I even met Velvet Sky, the TNA knockout there. It was a heck of a convention and all that, but a little frustrating and maddening at the same time, as all conventions generally tend to be. And boy, I wasn't expecting there to be as many people there. When I went down there to Knoxville, Tennessee, I kind of got the vibe that maybe 20% of the population of Tennessee had to have been there in attendance at least. It was crazy. But yeah, I know, even when, you know, I mean, it's also pretty good, you know, because even when at Jason David Frank's Q&A, there was this guy that said he had a family member who was a really big Power Rangers fan, and that she really loved Tommy a lot and all that. She couldn't attend the convention, but he recorded a video, and he, like, personally talked to the guy's, like, niece or something, or whoever it was that that couldn't attend the convention. And yeah, he like literally spoke to her in the video. Jason David Frank was very loyal to his fans, and he really loved his family and friends too. And you know, I just hope that they can get through this. And this is very tragic and terrible for them too, I can imagine. And it's even sad, you know, like I said, we lost the ultimate Power Ranger legend and the ultimate voice actor for Batman in such a brief period of time. And you know, just 10 days apart. It's sad. Yeah, now when I play the Batman Arkham games, I mean, it's just sad that, you know, even when I, you know, I have to know that the guy that voices Batman there is no longer with us, and it's just very sad for sure. Yeah, I understand life is like that, though. That's the way of the world. Yeah, and as I was also saying, you know, I mean, you know, it really is, you know, but, you know, Jason David Frank did a lot for the Power Rangers business, and he did a great job playing Tommy and making all those appearances and everything. He did it. We thank him for all that and for entertaining us for the last almost 30 years, or 29, a little over 29 years. Just sad that, you know, he's not going to be around for the 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers. All right. Yeah, I'm going to play some Star Wars here. I'm going to just play a bunch of random battles. Okay, let's launch these battles. Yep, I'm a playing this game. Play as Luke Skywalker, of course. See those vibro blades of the Gamorrean guards? They had like a bunch of spare ones or for decoration or whatever. Oh man, I almost. Right, yeah. But yeah, I'm just doing a vlog, and just, paying my respects of Jason David Frank in terms of memory of him and everything. And I also had a physical doctor's appointment today, too, on November 21st, 2022. It sure has been cold lately, and I'll even admit right now that it has kind of been feeling more like December over. Oh, man. Huh. Good thing I had the friendly fire turned off. I almost didn't realize I was still swinging my blade, but you never know when those Gamorreans are going to attack. That's the main part about this stage. Yeah, I've always pretty much liked the way Luke plays in this game. He's so flexible and everything and great with the lightsaber more than any other Force-sensitive character in the game. When I used to play my friends at this game in college, I was always stuck with the Rebels because all my friends, when they went against me, they wanted to play as the Empire. So, I just kind of adapted to the Rebels in this game over time. Only thing is, if I really was Luke Skywalker, boy, I probably just couldn't resist that Leia was my sister. She probably would have felt the same, and Han would become my enemy. Although it is nonetheless sad that, even Carrie Fisher passed away at the end of 2016, almost 6 years ago, and my brother got to meet her. He sure was lucky that he did. And it's like I'm lucky I got to meet Jason David Frank. It's just sad to know that, I've met a celebrity and he died. Really sad. Yeah, and I was kind of hoping that maybe I'd probably someday get to meet him again at another con because I have like a Mix and Morph White Ranger figure. I would have loved to have him sign that, but I can't do it now. Yeah, they even say Skywalker, watch that blade. All right. Yeah, now I'm back and yeah, just yeah, still playing Star Wars Battlefront, the original Battlefront that's better than the ones from 2015 and 17. We're going to make a third one of the newer ones, but it was canceled. But some people have been lucky to kind of get the demo-ish version of the game, according to what I saw on YouTube. And now I'm playing as Han Solo, first-person shooter. Yep, and Thanksgiving's just a few days away. And my mom will fix Thanksgiving dinner, turkey. Oh man, I died right there, oh boy. Yep, I edited the settings to where I can play as the hero pretty much throughout the whole battle now, so that's a good thing. Kid, I've flown from one side of this galaxy to another. I've seen a lot of strange stuff, but I've never seen anything to believe that there's one mystical, powerful force controlling everything. I know there's no mystical there's no mystical energy that controls my destiny. It's all a bunch of simple tricks and nonsense. Oh yeah. Down you guys go. Boba Fett, I should have known you were there. Reminded me of Shadows of the Empire a little bit. Yeah, and this time he actually talked. I'm surprised he didn't even defend himself, boy. That CPU does not know Boba Fett. I actually watched that Book of Boba Fett series on Disney Plus. It's actually pretty cool. It's also cool to know that Cad Bane from the Clone Wars was the guy that trained Boba Fett to be a bounty hunter. Oh boy. Had to straighten up my microphone, and even though I could have paused the game, I knew he was about to flee anyway, so. But yeah, it's. Like I said, it's been a pretty overwhelming year. I mean, an overwhelming month of 2022 November that celebrities that they passed away, and just very sad. They did a lot of great stuff, both Kevin Conroy and JDF. But yeah, I mean, but later for this for like the rest of 2022, I'm going to be uploading more wrestling material that I haven't uploaded yet, for Will PW. Got more matches, including I have Fight Fest 2 going to be uploading that full pay-per-view. Then I'll probably do all the best matches of it later. Yeah, it's actually got me and my buddies and all that. We go against the new authority, Triple H, and his other team, and if we lose the match, we leave WWE and the simulation, and stuff, and that's like going to be like the whole motto of the match anyway. But, I mean, I'm going to probably look into playing some more Resident Evil, expanding my gameplay knowledge for it and everything. I did, however, like I said, I gave Resident Evil 5 a shot for the first time. And, looks like it's, I'm like relatively far in the game now. I'm already past that, like, puzzle in that, like, temple or whatever. Yeah, and like I said, when I play Biohazard, I'll, Resident Evil 7, which is the predecessor to Resident Evil Village, which I've beaten several times. Many people are even saying that you have to play Biohazard to, like, get it and everything, but at least it's cool to know that even if you do play Village before Resident Evil 7, at least you have, like, a kind of fairly different set of gameplay, since Resident Evil Village plays so similar to Resident Evil 4 in terms of gameplay dynamics, which that's one of the thing that drew me to Resident Evil Village. It's like, I saw Resident Evil Biohazard, I'm like, man, just either just a repeat or reimagined of the first Resident Evil, or just like basically just boring in some little rural town in Louisiana dealing with people have just gone crazy and lost their minds. It didn't really fascinate me that much, but I'm going to give it a whirl at some, like maybe later this week. Even if I don't beat Resident Evil 5 right away, I'll still start Resident Evil 7. I mean, each Resident Evil game is different in its own way, so there are so many of them to the main story, a total of 14. Yep. Oh man, Boba Fett. Oh yeah. Oh man, I think that's the first time. I don't know. I didn't really get like that as Luke from the former stage did. Oh man. I almost kind of zoned out. I mean, I was just too busy talking there, but yeah, pretty amazing that when you play this game, you're playing as Return of the Jedi Luke for the most of it, but for the Hoth stage, you're playing as Empire pilot Luke, which also appeared at the end of A New Hope. Only he didn't have the lightsaber. Then again, he actually did, but he just didn't really use it as much. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, and like I said, I do got more wrestling material to come later this month and even beginning of December and all that. And I probably won't be doing any like really long plays or anything. Like I said, that Resident Evil 2 remake was technically my last like long gaming vlog and playthrough that I was gonna do. So All right, that's it for him. All right, I'm back. Over the weekend, I didn't really do a whole lot. I did, however, watch a couple of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies on Disney Plus. I decided to go back and re-watch Thor Ragnarok, even though I have it on my watch list to re-watch Love and Thunder after I had already seen it twice in the theater. But yeah, I watched, Ragnarok. I think I am starting to have a little second thoughts on it, even though I was hard on it for the longest time. I actually do realize that there are some elements of Thor Ragnarok that's pretty incredible. I actually overlooked the fact that Clancy Brown, who voiced Lex Luthor in Superman the Animated Series and the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, voiced Sultor, that like fire, beast or whatever in that cave that Thor was at the very beginning of the movie. I mean, I know if you listen real carefully, but I just completely overlooked that was Clancy Brown voicing him. Pretty amazing CGI they did with him, too. Even Michael Clark Duncan, who played Kingpin in that 2003 Daredevil movie, voiced Kilowog in the 2011 Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds that gets a bad rep, even though I personally think it's a pretty decent superhero movie. Anyway, yeah, he voiced him in that movie, then he died like a year later. Sad to know that even he's not with us anymore. And even when he played Kingpin, I still thought he was a pretty good Kingpin, even though he was African American, because racism really shouldn't be a problem or should matter when it comes to acting these characters. I even thought Hawkman in the recent Black Adam worked out pretty good. Even though Black Adam and Forever Wakanda, they're about like kind of mixed. I mean, I'd say Forever Wakanda was maybe just slightly better than Black Adam, maybe not by a whole lot. But the thing about the live-action DC movies is that it just kind of looks like they're just going all out, trying too hard to do what the Marvel movies have been doing for years, and for crying out loud, the mouse doesn't have their holds on DC Comics, and yet they're trying to make it funny in parts in it where the people in the theater are going to laugh. They even did that like to a very excessive degree in the first Wonder Woman movie, and hearing all this bad stuff about Wonder Woman 1984, I don't even want to watch the sequel. They're making a third too. Even though I do think Gal Gadot was pretty good Wonder Woman, even in like Batman v Superman and then the Justice League Snyder cut. The Whedon version was good for what it was, but I think the Snyder cut is obviously what the movie was supposed to be and everything. I even like the Justice's Gray version on HBO Max. I think that kind of fits Zack Snyder's imagination a little better. Just sad, but at least it is pretty good to know that if you have Watchmen on DVD, all you have to do is just crop your DVD, get a movie maker, and you could even make the Watchmen in black and white. And I think watching the Watchmen in black and white, and even 300 would probably be worth it. They could even just make versions of, as I was saying though, it'd be cool if they just reformat, the Watchmen and 300 and just have those, either they can have it exclusive for streaming or you can even make it like Blu-ray versions of it. Boy, it'd be incredible. Yeah, took out that stormtrooper. Yeah, looking like the Matrix all of a sudden in this room. All right. Yeah, and last night I played more of Gotham Knights. Yeah, I played more of that Gotham Knights game, that new Batman game that's out, where you play as the Robins. And I'm already past the part where you confront Jacob Kane, who is the leader of the Court of Owls, and Talia al Ghul and the League of Shadows have now formed up, and now they've taken over, and looks like not going to be dealing much with the Court of Owls now. But boy, it took me all night to beat Clayface, though. I tell you, Clayface in that game, boy, he wasn't nearly as hard in Arkham City. But when you fight Clayface and Gotham Knights, whatever you do, at least don't pick Batgirl for it. I couldn't help but not resist the temptation to pick Batgirl, seeing as the fact that there was that Birds of Prey show on the WB, which later became the CW, and it got canceled after one season. And yeah, you had Dina Meyer, who's probably, maybe even to this day, the best Batgirl, along with Yvonne Craig, because they really fit the look and had how they looked like in the comic and all that. And it's I just couldn't help but pick Batgirl for it. But boy, I even realized that, even compared to Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin, Batgirl's kind of useless in the game. I mean, she's a little sluggish for one thing. I mean, seems like even her batarangs don't really do much effect unless you grade them. Yeah, looking like how the Rebel troopers did at the beginning of A New Hope. Crap! My goodness. But yeah, haven't got much out of this, but yeah. Yeah, we're losing this battle big time. Oh, man. Okay. All right, boy. All right. We're back here, and we're on the Battle of Endor now. All right. Yeah, I remember a long time ago I went to a movie theater and was playing the arcade version of this. I was with my second cousin Polly, and boy, I was going all out, boy. And I was at the indoor stage and I was playing the Star Wars arcade game and had a funny moment. I got game over and was just screaming on the top of my lungs, and she like, yeah, that's what I'm kind of laughing about right now. Just kind of coming back to memory. It always does when I play an indoor stage in here, and I mean that kind of in a good way. Even though I was pretty hot tempered as a kid, did a lot of crazy, foolish stuff, reacted foolishly to people. Yeah, time to steal the shield bunker here. Darth Vader's on Endor. I thought he was on the Death Star fighting his son. Oh boy. Oh man, what a death trap that was. Crap, no. All right, continuing here. Oh man, another defeat. Doing a little Clone Wars action this time. And it's time to shoot some clones. Playing as Darth Maul. I have been watching the episodes of the Clone Wars on Disney Plus that have Darth Maul and his brother Savage Opress. So they're pretty interesting Star Wars material than I was expecting. I think my liking for Darth Maul is kind of expanding too, thanks to watching it. Still a big mystery on how he survived being cut in half, other than the fact that fear and hatred kept him alive for all that time. At first, he had nothing but a bunch of, like, robotic spider legs for legs. But yeah, Darth Maul, he got sliced in half. It even could be a big mystery. Maybe his race of Zabraks can survive being cut in half, maybe. Well, yeah, what an injury. And then he even fell down that shaft. Yeah, I can't say I blame Obi-Wan for being that puzzled as to why he was still alive after that all had happened. Yeah, but in this game, though, you know, Darth Maul does play really good as well. Kind of like Luke, he's very flexible and everything. He just has a double blade. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Yeah, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is going to be turning. It's going to be turning 24 years old in May. Man, it's been over 2 decades. Okay, yep. Got more of these to come. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge, said Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace. Yeah, but in this game, though, you know, Darth Maul does play really good as well. Kind of like Luke, he's very flexible and everything. He just has a double blade. Yeah, it's hard to believe, yeah. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is going to be turning... It's going to be turning 24 years old in May. Man, it's been over 2 decades. Okay, yep. Got more of these to come. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge, said Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace. Anyway, yep. Here we are with more of this battle on Mos Eisley. I know when Darth Maul really was on Tatooine and the Phantom Menace, you know, he still had that like hood over his head. He still wore his hood, and he was only using the single blade. He wasn't using the double blade since he fought Qui-Gon on Tatooine, where he would later kill him on Naboo. And then, of course, on Qui-Gon's behalf, Obi-Wan does train Anakin, only for him to turn to the dark side. Been watching Tales of the Jedi as of lately and seeing those stories about young Count Dooku and how he turned and fell to the dark side and everything, and even shows you what Count Dooku looked like as a Jedi Knight during the days of Episode 1. It didn't show Saifa Diaz, but it did show young Count Dooku, and it even showed Qui-Gon Jinn as a boy, and that was pretty interesting to watch. And I've already watched all of Star Trek Picard. I've watched all of seasons 1 and 2, getting ready for season 3. Rumor has it Captain Sisko from Deep Space Nine will be returning. That'll be really splendid. Because I am a big Deep Space Nine fan, and, you know, Captain Sisko was a very good captain in his own way. He may have been more reckless than Picard and everything and less watchful, but I mean, he did whatever it took to defend his own station of Deep Space Nine. That was his new house, and he knew he had to do whatever it took to defend it from the scum of the universe. But nonetheless, though, I mean, the bad guys in Deep Space Nine were actually probably arguably more interesting, you know, because when you look at characters like Wayun, you know, played by Jeffrey Combs, one of his, like, most noticeable roles in entertainment. He even like voiced the Scarecrow in Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, and yeah, he even voiced the Question in Justice League Unlimited. Jeffrey Combs is a brilliant talent. But yeah, I mean, you even have, you know, like Gul Dukat, you know, I mean, seemed like he really didn't even truly become a bad guy until after his daughter was killed at the hands of Damar because the Federation was retaking the station and everything, and that's basically, you know, like after Qui-Gon died, that's pretty much what turned Count Dooku to the dark side. And, you know, with Gul Dukat, after his daughter died, he became purely evil. I mean, you know, he did a lot for the Bajorans when he was in charge of the occupation. He's not really as evil as you would think, or just kind of grew that way and was driven with anger after his daughter was killed. All right, here we go. Oh, man. Didn't mean to hit the droid. There we go. All right, now we're on Camino. And Django don't really play as good in this as he did in Bounty Hunter, the PlayStation 2 and GameCube. Gosh. Yeah, if Mole could survive being cut in half, I wonder if there was any way to like somehow bring Django back. But since he was decapitated by Mace Windu, that yeah, because like even Obi-Wan said, I should have aimed for your neck instead. Yeah. All right. The thing about this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play all the battles I set up here, but maybe I'll just play maybe one or two more maps and after this one, and then I guess I will be done for this vlog that I've made in regards to the death of Jason David Frank, the legendary bestest Power Ranger of them all. Yeah, I got more of you to get out of my way here. Okay, all right. Took him out. All right, got more of this to play. Oh man, oh boy. Got to get the hang of that jetpack. Oh boy, I kind of got a tinkle right now too, so I kind of lost control. Yeah, before I do my next clip, I'll probably do that. Go to the bathroom. Yeah, I went down to the grocery store today, and the prices were so high. I paid close to $40 for shampoo, for laundry detergent, and for dish soap and body wash. I mean, all that cost me $40. Can you believe that? Another reason, and probably even a more bigger reason why I'm losing weight now, is because I haven't been buying as much food from the grocery store because it's just too expensive. I mean, I haven't been starving myself or anything like that, but I've been eating less and everything. And over the course of 6 months, I've lost over 30 pounds. All right, here we go. More of this. We're almost done here. All right, that's it for this battle. Yeah, maybe I'll just go on ahead and just play one more map, and then I'll call it a day for this podcast or vlog or whatever. right, gotta find more scum to kill, or it's gonna be a flea. Even though I can play him throughout the whole course of the stage. Oh boy. Oh boy, yeah, Darth Maul's fled the battle again. Alright. Maybe I'll just play one more last map. Can't remember which map I chose, but then again, we'll find out. All right. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, that's about all I have to say, about what's happened. It's really sad that we lost Tommy Oliver. the ultimate legendary Power Ranger. He was the Green Ranger, then the White Ranger, then the Red Zeo Ranger, then the Red Turbo Ranger, and then finally the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. And it's just really sad that he's gone and that he won't be making any more appearances and any more Power Rangers material. I understand he said he wasn't going to really be in any more of that stuff, though. I think he was going to take either a really big extended break, from it, and he also wasn't going to attend any more cons for a while, according to what I heard from some reports and stuff. He already made enough money over the past huge number of years, but apparently he just was very depressed and everything, and just led to what he did, and it's just real sad. And even as Robin Williams said in the movie The World's Greatest Dad, is that suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems. And just say at least it's good to know that it's never too late when you're under that much emotional pressure and stress. I mean, you could always reach out to somebody, and you could always, even find ways of coping with it and thinking to yourself that you are a good person and everything, and that you really don't have a reason to really worry like you do and everything, and that you are good enough regardless what people say and everything. I know I usually try to keep that mindset, and even though it doesn't always work, at least it is a good coping mechanism and everything. And Jason David Frank will be missed. He was a great actor, and he did a lot of great stuff for the entertainment industry and for keeping all of us children entertained, for entertaining a boy like myself back in 1994 and 95, and even 96 when I would watch him on Zeo. But, may Tommy Oliver, the Green, White, Red, and Black Ranger, Jason David Frank, rest in peace. We will miss you greatly. Anyway, I am out.